Well, Richie here from This Is Real Life, and welcome to my Ryobi 1 bucket top misting fan kit review. What you see behind here is what I use on my RC car YouTube channel. It is like an oven here in my garage in Northern California. I'm just outside of San Francisco. I have bought this bucket top misting kit in order to keep the garage cooler, so yours truly will look a bit better when filming his videos. Why should you buy this? Well, it claims on the outside of the box it's 28 times cooler air coming out of this thing than just the air being blown out of the fan alone. I'll go on to explain why that is in a minute. What do you need besides the kit itself? Well, you're going to need a bucket. Yours truly got one of these from Home Depot for $3. It's exactly the same one that it features on the outside of the box, which I'll get the camera down and show you in a minute. What is there to love about this thing? Well, it's fully portable. It comes with an 18-volt Ryobi 1 battery included and charger included on there. But you could take this out. So you could take this out to your kids' baseball game, backyard picnic, barbecue, etc. on there. All you've got to do, put a bit of water in a bucket, that's my understanding of the thing, and then take this fan and clamp it to the top of the bucket. That's then going to draw the water through, spray the water out, so it's going to get in a mist from the fan out there. So why does that water mist help cool the air down? Well, the heat in the air that causes that water to evaporate is then taken out of the air. So by adding water to the air, gets the heat to evaporate it, cools the air temperature down. Fingers crossed that works, because it's like an oven in his garage here, literally. It's about 104 degrees in my garage. And one advantage is, if you've already got any Ryobi power tools, the Ryobi 1 battery system means any of your battery packs can be fitted to this. So you've not got any big mains lead or anything like that. You're going to be able to take this out with you wherever you go, provided you've got somewhere to fill the water bucket, obviously. Anyway, without more ado, let's get this unboxed, see what we get for our money. So what do we get for our money? Okay, well, taking a closer look at the Ryobi 1 misting fan, we've got our 2 misting jets here, which are fully adjustable on there. Switch on here for high and low speed for the fan, and high and low speed for the pump. A strong carrying handle. Now, it's fully adjustable in terms of angle. That does feel very, very rigid indeed. I think you would struggle to break that one in a hurry. Now, I turn the unit around. I'm thinking it's got quite a good carry handle on there. The whole thing feels very well built, very rigid, as you would expect. Our battery is simply going to slot in the back in there when that is fully charged. I'm thinking, where's the hose? That's the water inlet. That's like a hose pipe screw on there. That is exactly what it is for. So you can screw a hose pipe to this to give it a continuous water misting feed. If you're going to use the bucket system, however, underneath we have this little filtration system, which is going to drop down into our bucket. Now you can extend that out by pulling that right the way through here, and when you have uncurled that little lead with the filter on the bottom of it there, that will go right, stretch right to the bottom of your Home Depot bucket or any other large painting bucket you might have on there. The thing is all ready to go, other than yours truly adding some water in it and checking out if my battery pack is nicely charged. Fingers crossed it is, because it's going like an oven in here. Speaking of that battery charger, in that little box was contained the Ryobi 1 battery and the battery charger. So the first thing I'm going to do is go charge the Ryobi 1 battery. Green flashing light shows it's charging, and looking at the instructions on the top there, it goes to solid green when it's charged. Well, my battery's now charged up. It did take quite a few hours for that initial charge on there, so I'm hoping it will be a little quicker normally, as typically these things are charged in about an hour and a half. Okay, so fill my Home Depot bucket up about half full with water. Okay, before I demonstrate the Ryobi misting fan, it has got 2 speeds on the fan and 2 speeds, or 2 pressures if you like, for the misting pump. The one thing I would say in testing this and running it, you are not necessarily going to want the misting pump on full or even on at all. If your garage or room that you're trying to cool down is reasonably cool already, I hope that makes sense. This actually works better with the misting if your room is already hot on here, because the heat is needed to evaporate the mist, and the heat evaporating that mist actually helps take the heat out of the air in your room. If your room is too cool and you've got the misting function on full, all you are going to end up with is a large wet patch, like on the floor when I was testing this thing and playing around with the nozzles. You're also going to need to adjust the nozzles in order to get the maximum misting, in order that it's not just spraying out a single stream of water on there. Anyway, let me show you what I mean. But spoiler alert, this thing is very, very effective when it's on its super cool mode. The battery now just plugs in the back. Snap that shut. Have I got power? Well, you are going to need to play around with the misting jets, I will say, in order that you're not going to drench your floor, because you want misting as opposed to just spraying pure water out. This one on the left here is not ideal. It's certainly not as good a spray coming out as the one on the right, but I will say, but I will tell you about the good and the bad of a product on here. So you are going to need to adjust these out of the box. It's got two settings for the misting. It's just on the lower one at the minute. I think if you had it as an example, with the fan on the lower setting and the misting set to heavy on there, unless you were in a very hot climate, you would find the floor getting very wet in short order. That is actually, though, misting better now with it on a higher pressure than it is on the lower setting. So I kind of take that back, actually. It's definitely working better on the higher pressure misting setting on there, but obviously you're going to get through more water. I think with the fan on full, that is cold to the touch. Freezing cold to the touch. That's like having a mini air conditioner going. Absolutely outstanding. Well, I hope people could hear me talking over the noise on that. In conclusion, you are going to need to play around with the misting jets. I was thinking that with the misting on its highest setting and the fan on the low speed, you might get a lot of water being thrown out on the floor. Not everything is necessarily evaporating, but it's actually better with the misting set on the higher speed, because the pressure on the jets actually causes it to mist out, actually causes more mist to come out, whereas on the lower pressure it was wanting to maybe just be spraying almost a stream of water out, particularly from this left one here on here. But certainly on the higher setting for the fan and the misting pump, that is icy cold air coming out of there. Absolutely outstanding, and no doubt at all this is going to keep my garage nice and cool on a nice hot day like it's due to be today. Anyway, I hope you liked my review of the Ryobi misting fan kit. If you did, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.